Hello and welcome back to our fourth episode here in the Exercise Toolkit that we put together. Again, my name is Spencer Pollock and we'll jump into some of the documents you'll use with your first exercise. As we saw in episode 3, we talked a lot about the exercise data and inputs, and you started populating and filling out your document, getting your exercise sort of framed up with what information you're going to be utilizing. Now we'll show you kind of how some of these other documents work. So for example, we'll go to our situation manual. And again, if you haven't had some of the training with Homeland Security Exercise Evaluation Program, HSEEP, the SIP man, as we refer to it, is probably one of those most foundational documents. You can see the only customization we may need to do is inserting our photo or logo here. And so we'll just, again, do that real quick. Insert, and then we'll go to image, select in cells. From here, we can select whatever we're looking for. And so as this loads, you'll have a chance to then either upload a document, pull something out of your Google Drive, your photos, your URL, whatever the case may be. So in this case, we'll say we have something put together, and we'll just go with this exercise logo. Once you see it renders here, it will pop up. And then we'll have that in there. It could be a photo of something with your topic, a cool fire truck, or whatever. If this pops up as a reminder, since everything's locked, so you don't accidentally overwrite something, just hit don't show for 5 minutes and it will allow you to make your edits. There's our new picture. As you scroll down on any of these documents, you can see, right, they've got all the stuff that you put in there ahead of time. So best exercise ever, or prepared by, right, that was the person who typed that stuff in, and then the logo that we selected up front. All these sort of flow as well, right? So if you put in your agency, it'll pop out here. Our exercise overview populated again from up front. And so as you're looking at this stuff, whatever you put into the exercise inputs and data entry, that's where it's coming from. And so if you need to make edits, please don't do them here. Come back to the exercise inputs and make your change, and that will make it universal throughout the rest of our documents. As you see, we can kind of scroll through and it pulls all the stuff from your traditional HSEEP document that you would have put together right into this document with the right kind of spacing and general look to it, but it does pull in then what you name stuff. So for example, in that first exercise inputs, we had 5 modules. We figured out who was primarily going to be working on them, and then we added module titles. As you look through here again, you can see it pulls in various stuff, sometimes into their own boxes, sometimes it pulls it into the middle of sentences. And so that's why editing in the document itself or in the actual products themselves is generally not a great idea. If you notice something, certainly feel free to make an addition or make an edit, but generally all edits should probably come into this exercise input data entry tab. You'll notice most of the logic, there's no macros or anything else. It's all simply if-then logic. So cell number whatever equals cell number whatever back there. And so you won't have, hopefully, have any issues with macros or any of the like. All pretty simple fixes. You can see here, we're starting to spell out the stuff you put in, giving some context. So when you're facilitating your exercise, you can see how this would kind of work through. Key issues that you typed in earlier, questions, right? Again, explaining kind of what's going on, and then again gives you the questions for your group to work through, and then note-taking space for your actual participants. We won't go tab by tab, but you can see some of these other basic ones. Controller Evaluator Handbook, very similar. SIPMAN, kind of a quote-unquote public document for the folks at your exercise. Controller Evaluator, some of the answers, so to speak, would be in there. Would be sort of the difference between those, but you can look through, get a sense of what's going on. Your master scenario events list, if you're looking at that, you can take a peek and it will give you a sense again of kind of that spelled out detailed part of your exercise. And then last year, facilitator or evaluator handbook here in the beginning part of the document. That's kind of our orange section. Those are the basic documents you need for generally most exercises. We'll go into more details with some of the other chapters, so to speak, the different colors in the next video. Thanks for joining us again.